In the world of speed, pushing limits is not just a passion, it's a lifestyle. Some people strive to break barriers, chasing after records that few would dare to even attempt. But sometimes, that pursuit comes at a devastating cost. Today, we're delving into the tragic story of a British millionaire who lost his life in an attempt to break a speed record, driving a Porsche at an incredible 385 kilometers per hour. This is a story of ambition, risk, and tragedy. The millionaire and his love for speed. The man at the heart of this tragic event was a successful British entrepreneur, known for his bold business ventures and equally so for his passion for high-performance cars. His love for speed wasn't a secret. He frequently participated in elite automotive events, exclusive track days, and high-speed runs. To him, driving wasn't just a way to get from point A to point B, it was a way to push the limits of both man and machine. He had amassed a collection of the finest luxury sports cars, including Ferraris, Lamborghinis, McLarens, and of course, his favorite, the Porsche 911 Turbo. His particular Porsche wasn't just any standard model. It was heavily modified for performance, designed to surpass the limits that even the most advanced street-legal cars can reach. This car wasn't just built for the road, it was engineered for extreme speed. But why 385 kilometers per hour? For the millionaire, this wasn't just about setting a personal best, it was about reaching a symbolic figure, breaking a psychological barrier. Hitting 385 kilometers per hour, or roughly 239 miles per hour, would place him among a very elite group of drivers who've pushed road cars to the absolute extreme. The Porsche 911 Turbo, a beast on wheels. The Porsche 911 Turbo is an icon in the automotive world, known for its blend of luxurious design and racetrack-level performance. The stock model boasts an impressive 640 horsepower, a 0 to 100 km/h time of just 2.7 seconds, and a top speed of 330 km per hour. For most drivers, this is already more than enough power to satisfy any need for speed. However, for this particular attempt, the car had undergone extensive modifications to maximize its performance. Aftermarket tuning kits, aerodynamic enhancements, and custom tires designed for ultra-high speeds were just a few of the upgrades that transformed the car into a record-chasing machine. With these modifications, the car was now capable of reaching a speed far beyond its original limits, an incredible 385 kilometers per hour. But with great power comes great risk. The day of the record attempt. On the day of the fatal record attempt, everything appeared to be perfectly aligned. The weather was ideal, clear skies and dry roads. The location was a long, straight stretch of private road, often used by speed enthusiasts for high-speed runs. It was remote enough to avoid any traffic or distractions, a place designed for exactly this kind of activity. In preparation for the attempt, the car had undergone rigorous inspections by a team of mechanics. The vehicle was tuned, checked, and double-checked to ensure that every system was functioning at peak performance. The driver himself had undergone thorough preparation, physically and mentally preparing for the immense demands of driving at such high speeds. As the Porsche started its run, the acceleration was smooth and controlled. 100 kilometers per hour, 200, 300. The car tore down the road with unbelievable precision, every aspect of its design working in perfect harmony. The driver maintained focus, eyes fixed on the road, hands steady on the wheel. Reaching 385 kilometers per hour required split-second reactions, nerves of steel, and total commitment. Everything seemed to be going according to plan. But as the car reached its peak speed, something went horribly wrong. The moment of tragedy, witnesses described the car approaching the 385 kilometers per hour mark when, suddenly, it appeared to lose control. There was no obvious cause, no immediate sign of mechanical failure, no visible obstacle on the road. But at such high speeds, even the smallest factor can trigger disaster. The Porsche veered off the road, spinning out of control. Within seconds, the car flipped multiple times, violently rolling before crashing into the surrounding terrain. The force of the impact was devastating. At that speed, even the most robust safety systems stand little chance of preventing fatal injuries. Emergency services were called immediately, but tragically, by the time they arrived on the scene, it was too late. The driver had sustained catastrophic injuries from the crash and was pronounced dead on site. The pursuit of speed had ended in heartbreak. What went wrong? The dangers of extreme speeds. In the aftermath of the crash, Investigators began piecing together the factors that could have contributed to the accident. Driving at 385 kilometers per hour introduces extreme levels of risk. At that speed, the car travels more than 100 meters in just 1 second. This means that even a fraction of a second's hesitation or miscalculation can lead to disaster. There are several possible causes for such a high-speed crash. 1. Tire failure. One of the most common causes of high-speed accidents is tire failure. Even tires designed for ultra-high speeds can face issues like overheating or losing grip due to uneven road surfaces or sudden temperature changes. At 385 kilometers per hour, a blowout or loss of traction would make it nearly impossible to control the car. 2. Aerodynamic instability. The faster a car goes, the more aerodynamic forces come into play. At extreme speeds, even the slightest imperfection in the car's aerodynamics can cause instability. A small gust of wind, a change in road surface, or a dip in the road can create turbulence that might throw the car off balance. 3. Mechanical failure. Although the Porsche had been meticulously prepared, the immense strain on the car's systems at 385 km/h is significant. Components like the engine, suspension, or transmission can all be pushed beyond their limits, and a failure of any kind could have catastrophic consequences. 4. Driver error. Even for experienced drivers, controlling a vehicle at such high speeds is incredibly difficult. A split-second delay in reaction or a slight overcorrection of the steering wheel could cause the car to lose control. At these speeds, the difference between success and tragedy can come down to milliseconds and millimeters. The aftermath and the legacy. The death of the British millionaire sent shockwaves through the racing and automotive communities. This was a man who was admired not only for his business success, but also for his passion for cars and the pursuit of speed. His tragic death served as a reminder of the risks that come with pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the automotive world. Tributes from friends, family, and fellow car enthusiasts poured in, celebrating his adventurous spirit and love for life. Many spoke about how he lived fearlessly, always chasing the next challenge, never backing down from a risk if it meant achieving something great. But his death also reignited debates within the automotive world about the dangers of high-speed record attempts, especially outside of professional racing environments. While tracks are designed with safety in mind, open-road attempts, no matter how well prepared, are always unpredictable. Conclusion. The tragic death of this British millionaire during his record attempt at 385 km/h is a sobering reminder of the dangers that come with chasing speed.